Okay, welcome back, Weather Kingdom. I know I'm actually about like 30 minutes late. I did end up being a little bit later. I was talking with the weather team about the latest data. We are going live once again tonight. I know we are not going to be as live as long as that I wanted to for this evening, for this afternoon update. But we are watching the evolution of could be one of the strongest ever recorded hurricane in the Caribbean at this point. I'm not trying to fearmonger or hype it up, but things have trended for the worse. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe and share with your friends and family. Welcome back, Weather Kingdom. Alright, welcome back, Weather Kingdom. Okay, we have a lot to do. We're not going to be live for over an hour. We can't be. I have to kind of give you guys a short, sweet, and simple update here on this channel. We do have a lot going on. So I'm actually going to try and start giving out the information actually right now. I'm not even going to kind of wait. We're already getting people on. There's already at least probably 5 people on, 8 people. So if you guys are new to the channel, please like and subscribe as we are taking a look at now Tropical Storm Malissa, and it's still about 50 miles an hour. Pressures have dropped a bit, about 1,000 millibars, moving west at 2 miles an hour. And there's a lot of interesting data we have to actually kind of take in here of this evening. So if you guys are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Alright, welcome back. Let me quickly just get some things set up. Alright. How is everyone doing? How are you guys doing already this evening? How is everybody? How is everybody? Could this be the strongest Caribbean storm? Alright. Welcome back. Welcome back. If you guys are new, please like and subscribe. That will help too. I hope it doesn't. Yo, Weather King, do you think Florida is not in play at this giving time? I'm not worrying about it. It won't curve to Florida. It will go out to sea after the Bahamas. Yep, that's what we're looking at currently right now. So we're going to have to really talk about this with the IR and satellite and basically my opinion on this, because we will be live once again, same as last night. But basically, latest data continues to show that Malissa is still struggling with the graveyard of the shear. So the low-level center, as of right now, it looks like this is our... Let me just quickly, I want to get a... Alright. We're currently watching this. I want to take a look at the shortwave here. So this is that latest satellite imagery, and what's really going on is we got our low-level center. Looks to me is about here. So I think our low-level center is about here right now. And right now our mid-level center is about in here. So right now, speaking on Malissa, it is not very well organized as of this given time. And it's not ready to do tropical genesis that we were thinking. I mean, yes, I will. Yes, it can be the strongest storm because models have a RI into category 5. I'm alright. So, when we talk about the impacts right now of potentially a strong, very, very powerful storm, we have to get done with this shear. There is still quite a bit of shear being thrown at this system right now. We still got wind shear like this getting absolutely driven into this storm. And it's still being very well shown here with our mid-level back in here, and then our low-level back in there. That's right now the structure of this system. It's not the best organized, but there is a CDO that if there was no convection, this will be going through RI right now. So it looks like once we get through, looks to me of a, we will look at half speed. So this is the shear map, and basically this is pretty bad here for the shear. So once again, this is our shear levels, and it looks like today's shear has actually went up a little bit. We're kind of back into that middle grade, about 20 knots of shear right now against this low level center. And then this is why our mid-level center is getting pushed apart because of this. You guys see that? This is shear that's going like this. And the question for me is, when does this start to have an outer cyclone, like an out cyclone thing? Also, our goal is to 20 likes in this stream. Let's do it, Weather Kingdom. That'll be very greatly appreciated. And then we're also trying to get to 950 subs, as we are 2 away now. Alright, so I'm going to have to quickly get something. Let me quickly get something here. This is just one stream. We're going to be streaming quite a bit tonight on this. If you guys are new to the channel, please like, please subscribe. That would be very greatly appreciated. The shear is actually, it increased since last night just a bit. We gained about 5 knots of shear once again. It is struggling a little bit right now thanks to the shear. But we're really going to try and dissect this shear, and I want to see what really happens with the shear. So I really would like to take a look at the European on pivotal weather. So let's do that. We're going to look at the European, and we're going to use that as the best analysis. That with all the global models, the European is the best model to use in the global department of this system. It has done an absolutely phenomenal job right now, and it has done a very well done job. So the question becomes is, when is this shear going to start relaxing? Does it happen tonight? Does it happen tomorrow? Those are some bigger questions that we just don't know yet. We do. It is supposed to start relaxing, but let me just quickly get this done. So I want to look at the shear levels. Let me quickly look at tropical, because we usually... So 200 and 850. Huh. Oh, wait, that's the... Welcome back, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Okay. So this is the latest European of the model. And clearly in the next 48 hours, is expected to stay as a tropical storm and gradually strengthen, okay? But once we get past the 48-hour mark, it does look like this will begin to rapidly intensify, as it looks to me that the shear really starts going down in the next 4 days. In the next 4 days, this is now south of just Jamaica as a strong Category 2 hurricane slamming to the south of the islands there. And then this is by the way the latest. Then it goes into major hurricane status in about under 5 days. And look at this. I want you guys to really take a look at this. These banding features. I mean, this is very intense banding features out of this hurricane right here. I mean, look at that. We got banding all around this system right into Jamaica. And then this is our core. I mean, look at that. This is a very well-established hurricane at this point with the banding features that the Euro is putting out. This would bring some tornadic possibilities, some very heavy rain for Jamaica. This will bring gusty winds. This will bring a lot of storm surge. As Malissa starts to... Jamaica's not safe right now because, look, this is with that, and then it does look to me that after that, it does want to intensify even more. We go from a 963 to a 961, and then a 961 to a 949 in just about 3 to 6 hours. That is what you call some intensification right there. That's about 13 millibars in just about 3 hours. That is pretty impressive right there on the Euro. And then it does easily get down to a 944, and it doesn't stop there. Looks like maybe it stalls out for a second. It looks like maybe it has a little bit of an eye wall merger, but look at this hurricane on the European. This is what you call the definition of a hypercane at this given point. You got a very strong Category 4 becoming a 5 at this point on the Euro. Jamaica is right here, just been dealing with the outer bands for like a few days while this is intensifying to the south of Jamaica in those very warm waters. Also, once again, you guys, let's subscribe. Let's please like. Let's get more people engaged with the weather. We're already 12 minutes in. We're doing already great. That'll be very greatly appreciated. But look at that. You got a very, very cool-looking hurricane here at this point on the European model. And this is very impressive here on the European model. And look at this. This just intensifies into a very powerful 932 at this point. On the Euro, it does become a Category 5. And it hasn't made landfall in Jamaica yet. This is Jamaica. And this is a Category 5 hurricane right here. Barreling towards Jamaica. And with the trough angle and the trough outflow and the very warm waters, this is basically going to do a, what was the R-name storm of the Atlantic hurricane season? That became a Category 4. Either way, it became a Category 4 in just a few hours. But it does look like the chances for a Category 5 does increase substantially, with the European getting more and more aggressive. And then you can clearly see this is it right here. At this point, this is a full-out strengthening Category 5. You're talking about some major impacts here, you guys. I mean, look at this. You got very, very bad impacts. I want you guys to really get this outlined here. You got Jamaica. Let me just quickly color this in. You got Jamaica right in here. in the island, and you got a 929 millibar Category 5 hurricane with the eye wall directly on Jamaica at this given point. This is not just bad. This is an extremely bad case scenario on the Euro. And then it actually does make a landfall in parts of Jamaica as a Category 5 hurricane. And then it does still stay a Category 5 while going over the island. And it actually makes it worse that this actually strengthens between Jamaica and Cuba to a 924. And then it wants to show a 935 while it's making landfall. So it does show 2 Category 5 landfalls here on the European, Jamaica, and then Cuba. Good news is what happened with Cuba, it will substantially weaken this storm quite a bit thanks to the mountains, but it does drop a lot of heavy rain, strong wind still. It still comes out potentially as a very strong Category 3 hurricane and then rips through the Bahamas as a strengthening Category 3 hurricane at this given point. And then when we take a look at the tropical, so let's go here. And let's just do this. Look at that, a 951. And then it does go into Nova Scotia. And it does go into the northeast and try and becomes a winter storm also. Very interesting data right there that we'll have to really watch this. But look at this scenario. This is with a trough angle, a jet max angle, and everything. Also, thank you guys for hitting 20 likes. That is very greatly appreciated. Also, we got 60 people watching. If you guys are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. We are currently taking a look at some of the modeling data out of 12Z, and it is very worrying. The Euro does confirm now that a Category 5 hurricane could make landfall in Jamaica and Cuba and then bring major hurricane impacts into the Bahamas. In that case scenario, you're talking about catastrophic to more than just catastrophic damage. You're talking about not just cities being wiped out. You're talking about potentially Jamaica being completely dismantled by a very strong Category 5, stronger than Maria at this point, and bring impacts for days. This is, if you guys think this is bad, this is not even that bad. The hurricane models are showing sub 900 millibars. This is actually the least, this is actually the weaker solution out of this case scenario. This is the weaker solution potentially at this given time. And this is just, has become a more than just a catastrophic event if this does happen. I mean, taking a look at this on the Euro, I mean, you're talking about 700 milliliters of rain in central Jamaica. And if you do that, 700 milliliters to inches of rain, you're talking about up to 27. You're talking about 1 to potentially 3 feet of rain with the European on Jamaica while you're getting a Category 5 hurricane. That is just very impressive at this given point and mind-blowing. My phone died again. Really? Hey. So this is that latest European there. And then this is our... Alright, I don't even want to look at the winds here, because in the winds, you're talking about up to potentially 150 mile an hour winds easily. So that's your latest Euro update. I haven't even looked at the latest the AI models. There is some 12Z out now, so we're about to have some fun with this, when in reality we know it's not fun at all. This is about to be showing some very, very historic data here. This is the 12Z. So let's go into 48 hours out. Look at that. 48 hours out. Let's actually just go to 96 hours out when this could be. Yeah, look at that. In the next 3 to 4 days, you're already talking about a potential 926 right there. You got a 917 right there. You already got some of these ensembles becoming a Category 5 hurricane. That's how quickly this could get out of control, you guys. This has just trended for the absolute worst possibilities I have ever seen. I mean, you got a 908 here, you guys. I see a 912 in there. You got a 908 in some of these ensembles here. A 946 slamming Jamaica. I mean, this is not just impressive. This is never heard before. And look at that. You're talking about a 925 right there. And then you're talking about 902 millibars. I mean, very impressive on just in the next 5 days of this storm. This is beyond. This is actually the 5-day mark. And look at that. You got a 918, 915, 940, 949. You got 935. You got even some Category 5s into there. 938. You got some very historic. And this is not even where it starts making its turn. You even got a 918 right there. So this is beyond what we have ever seen. This is historic if this actually happens. This is more than just an historic thing here. And then we continue to go at 916 millibars. I mean, there's some even more, 924. You got to, I'm trying to really see. There's some very hard ones to see in there. There's definitely probably a few almost going sub 900 at this given point. And then this is another frame right here. Look at that, 918. You got 901. You got a lot of, pretty much 918. I mean, a lot of Category 5 strength here with the given model data. And then we continue to just go frame by frame. You got 907. I see 931. I'm looking for the 800 millibars. It's hard to see because all the ensembles are getting very close impacted. But if we can actually, let's try and go a little bit more here. Yeah, you can see it a little bit better here. When we go 922, 919, 933, 928, 935, 931, 907, 926, 930, 938. I mean, this is historic Category 5 strength here. In just the next 5 days, you guys. This is a little bit more. Look at another 908, 914, 937, 927, 909, 899 right here. You got your first sub 900 millibars. I mean, look at this. This has trended to the beyond the extreme at this given point. This is beyond catastrophic. This is devastating. Thank you guys for 26 likes. Very greatly appreciate it there. And then we go into another hour mark there. Let's go into the next hour. Look at that, you guys. Look at some of these ensembles here. 906, 913, 932, 922, 933, 913. A lot of low 900s here given at this given point. And then you got here at this point, 907, 894 on this one. You got an 894 on this ensemble. You got an, that's hard to see up in here. I can't tell up there. Look at some of these ensembles. Historic. You even got some Category 5s already about to hit Jamaica at this given point. This is beyond crazy. You got 909, 936, 928, 907. Once again, another hour. I mean, look at all this. You got some very crazy hurricane runs here on both sides of the spectrum here. I mean, look at it. This is pretty historic in my opinion. And then you can tell 980. Look at, you got a lot of Category 5s. I mean, this is all Category 5. Wherever you guys see that bright pink, that's all Category 5 strength. right there, or an extremely strong Category 4. But look at this curve. We even got some of the models now going deeper into here and then making its turn to famous. And that could actually help Jamaica. There is even that chance that maybe Jamaica could try and spare it. It's going to be tough for sure. And then let's keep looking at the ensembles. Look at that. You got a lot of 920s and 915s and 16s and 18s all bracing for Jamaica at this given time. 192 hours out. Look at that. You got a lot making landfall as a very strong, powerful Category 5 into Cuba. Direct on. I mean, this is pretty impressive here on the latest data. And then even into the Bahamas, you're talking about potentially, depends how fast it goes, even stronger. And then I would like to do that. I like to do this. I like to go to other regions. Continue U.S. North Atlantic. And then let's just take a look at this. I mean, look at that. You even got some that tries and does a sandy and hooks back in here. At this given time, I do not think it will do that. But look at some of these into the Bahamas. You're talking about some of these ensembles being a Category 5 in the Bahamas also. So not just Cuba, not just Jamaica, but this is kind of devastating beyond just Cuba. This is beyond catastrophic. This is devastation on a whole nother level. Okay, Willissima. Nope, let's not. Oh, no. I'm trying to keep it real as possible here with the best data I'm going to try and give you guys. I'm trying to give you guys the best and most formal update without it being like yesterday here. I mean, look at this. We're honestly just waiting on the shear to relax, and then this storm is kind of going to go all off here. It's trying. Yeah, this hasn't updated, so we'll have to wait on that. Also, let's just take a look at some of the hurricane models. We're going to actually start out the HRF. It does generally say, right here, we do get in the next 24 hours the development of this, and look at that. By tomorrow afternoon, this should start to really develop on the HRF. HRF likes a more northern solution that actually goes north, more into north of Jamaica, and actually stalls as a Category 3, Category 4 between the islands here, and then tries and becomes a strong Category 4 hurricane before making a landfall directly in Cuba at this given time. It does make a landfall into Cuba at this point and kind of stalls. But in this case scenario, look at the satellite imagery. You got a full-out symmetrical hurricane with a trough jet and an angle completely impacting these areas. This is one of the solutions that could play out. Dry air is really nowhere to be found in this case scenario. This will bring devastating wind impacts for sure as a Category 4 making landfall into Cuba instead. I am not really buying the HRF at this given point because it's been trending with the other models. And then let's just take a look at the HMON, for example. This is going to be HMON. You can easily see here it does become a very powerful Category 4, and then it tries and becomes a Category 5 hurricane around 126 hours as a 937 here. So even the HMON does try and become a Category 5 here in the middle of the ocean here at this given point. I mean, very, very impressive right there. And then I don't even want to take a look at this is the halves A here. It does generally get this to try and intensify slowly but surely, and then once it gets closer to Jamaica, this does become a very strong Category 5 hurricane south of Jamaica on this solution, and kind of bottoms out in the low 900s. You're talking about a 903 around 2 p.m. on October 27th here, south of Jamaica. Hasn't even made the turn yet. This will be absolutely catastrophic. I am not buying this just yet. We still have to wait for the data and everything for me to confirm this. But the data today has continued to come in 20 times worse than yesterday's models when we took a look at that. Hello from the Bahamas. Nice to see you. We got 80 plus people watching right now. That's awesome. Also, you guys, we are 1 subscriber away from 950 subs. Let's do it. I believe we can. It would be very greatly appreciated if we could. So please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you are new to the channel, because we will be going live for tonight's 0Z. We're going to try and go for 0Z. It's going to be quite hard, but we're definitely going to do a nighttime stream. That's the halves A, by the way. Halves B likes a whole nother world. It likes to go sub 900 millibars. Yes, you're reading this right. An 884 millibar storm. This would actually rival Hurricane Wilma. And then this would actually even rival the Cuban 19-something storm. Also, this will be a catastrophic with no RI. I mean, when we take a look at satellite in this case scenario, this is beyond seen here. This is quite intense here. You're talking about this trying to go into Cuba as a very, very powerful category. Look at that's Jamaica right there. But look at this case scenario. I mean, I don't believe this just yet. I would like to see more of things. This is a possibility, though, you guys. I'm not even going to lie here with a 984. That'll be pretty crazy here on this channel. Also, thank you, guys. We have now hit 951 subs. We now surpassed 950. We are officially 49 subs away from the big 1,000. And I think, honestly, tonight we can do it. If we all come here tonight, let's please subscribe and like. We're going to try and hit 1,000 subs today. We are now at 49 more to do. So if you guys are new to the channel, please like, please subscribe. Let's hit the sub button. It'll be very greatly appreciated. Yeah, this does look like something out of the West back. I mean, I'm not believing this yet. I mean, this is 205 knots. This would be 200 and about 40 mile an hour winds, gusts, potentially even higher. So this will be kind of unimaginable, I feel. This is this is beyond strong. That's like a category 5 on steroids. I'm not buying it yet, but the models are really hammering in on an absolute bomb of a storm at this given point. I mean, even they go 904 millibars at the end here of this hurricane models. This goes 904 like this. So very intense stuff right there if these models do that. Very, very crazy if that does happen. Alright, nope, not yet. So, this is the 0Z. It does show a lot of Category 5s on that AI. Also, the GEFS has trended stronger. This was 0Z, this is 12Z. And now the 12Z is even showing Category 5 ensembles on it too. So, pretty crazy stuff. You got the ensembles continuing to strengthen this storm quite rapidly. This is going to be a great evolution. This is going to be an absolute textbook, beyond textbook evolution of a storm if these case scenarios does play out. Some more ensembles right there into the 800s. That's beyond crazy right there, in my opinion. Pretty crazy at this point that we could be talking about one of the strongest storms ever recorded in the Caribbean. This definitely has the chances to try and beat that. I mean, look at the waters here. This is just crazy. Even if this goes like this, I mean, you're talking about 30 to 31 degrees Celsius waters here. You're talking about historic waters. You're talking about devastating waters. I mean, this is something out of a book today. I mean, that's crazy. Also, I just want to give you guys an update. We are now at 953 subs. We are now only 47 subs away from hitting 1,000 subs. I believe we can do it. If you guys are new to the channel, please like, please subscribe. That would be very greatly appreciated. I know I'm not going to be able to live stream too long, and I kind of give it the fast version of this. But we will be live for the 18Z models later. I do not get out to work until about 8:30, 9 o'clock. So we'll probably go live around 10 or so. Maybe a little bit earlier. Just all depends. The way everything's looking. Very crazy stuff. Right? Let's just... I don't even know what to look at this point because I do not want to go into too much depth. But I want to give you guys some information in the latest thinking of this. Yeah. I am very interested on this. If you guys have any questions, please leave them down below. What are your guys' plans? All right. Also, once again, I'm going to shout this guy out. If you guys are new to the channel, please like, please subscribe. So I'm going to actually please subscribe to Trevor's WX Tropics. If you guys, let's get him up to 100 subs today. That'll be the goal. We actually are very close on getting him up there. Let's do it. Please just go subscribe to him and then tell me in the chat if you guys sub to him. That would be very greatly appreciated. So go sub to WX. Just give me 1 second. I'm getting it. Wrong link, by the way. It's going to lead you nowhere. That was my fault. So go to WX Tropics. That'll be very greatly appreciated. He's at 68 subs right now. Let's get him up to 100, you guys. Let's boost him up. Let's keep helping him. That'll be very greatly appreciated. Let's work there and stuff. Let's do it, you guys. It's still very lopsided. It's still lopsided on this at this given point. There's still some shear and stuff. I'm really waiting on the shear to go down, but right now there's really nothing else holding this storm back at this given point. When we take a look at the satellite imagery, there's a lot of thunderstorms. There's a lot of convection. I'm excited for tonight's live stream because it's definitely going to be very interesting on seeing what happens here. Oh, wow. Okay. 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 That, I don't count that. That is, no. That's one of the models that's showing 195 mile an hour winds. Knots. That'll be up to 200 and something mile an hour winds. Look at this one. Into 175, 165. Wow. A lot of strength with this potentially at this given point. Very crazy. Wow. Look at the model data right there. Look at the GFS. This is the GFS. All the way over here as an outlier. And then the UKXI is also an outlier right there. Very important stuff. If you guys are new to the channel, please like and please subscribe. That would be very greatly appreciated. Let's get to weather came up to 40 likes. That'd be very greatly appreciated, everybody. Let's do it. If you guys are new to the channel. Okay. Wow. That's crazy of an intensity. I'm going to have to end this stream very soon. I do have things to do. I have to get ready for work and stuff, but very interesting stuff right here. Very interesting data that's going to be coming out tonight. Alright, you guys, I'm going to have to end this stream, you guys. I'm going to have to get ready for work and stuff. I will hope you guys, if you guys are in Jamaica or anything, please evacuate at this given point. I'm just going to say right now, I would suggest you guys to evacuate if you guys are in Cuba or Jamaica or in the eye or in the path of the storm, even in the Bahamas. This is going to be something very bad if this does case scenario happen. I'm going to have to end the stream here, you guys. I'm going to be live later around 9:30, 10 o'clock, maybe even 10:30. But if you guys are new, please like, please subscribe. Let's get Weather Kingdom up to 1,000 subs. Let's try and get Weather Kingdom with 2 more subscribers, and let's make it 955.